5 seconds, that's all it takes. Not 5 years, not 5 months, 5 seconds. In the next 5 seconds, you can make a choice so powerful, it alters the entire course of your life. Most people waste them, but the ones who act, the ones who decide, are the ones who rewrite their destiny. Those 5 seconds are a doorway. On one side is the life you're living now, familiar, safe, predictable. On the other side is the life you've always dreamed of, full of purpose, abundance, and love. But here's the truth. The door doesn't stay open forever. It's open now, and the only thing between you and that new life is the decision you make in the next 5 seconds. In that tiny window, you can choose to speak up, to take a step, to send that message, to quit that job, to start that business, to forgive, to love, to try again. 5 seconds is enough to spark a chain reaction that reshapes every moment that follows. One brave choice leads to a new habit. That habit leads to a new lifestyle. That lifestyle leads to a completely different future. And it all starts now. The reason most people never change their lives isn't because they can't. It's because they hesitate. They let fear negotiate with their dreams. They wait for the perfect time, the perfect feeling, the perfect plan. But the perfect moment isn't in the future. It's in the next 5 seconds. Your mind will try to talk you out of it. It will whisper, "You're not ready, you'll fail, it's too late." But in those moments you have a choice. Believe the voice of fear or believe the vision inside you. Every great change in history began when someone ignored the noise and acted anyway, quickly, decisively, before doubt could take hold. 5 seconds can change everything because action creates momentum, and momentum changes lives. You don't need the whole staircase, just take the first step before your mind talks you back down. Those seconds are the spark that lights the fire. So right now you're standing in the doorway. You can step back into comfort, or you can step forward into the unknown that holds everything you've been asking for. But you can't wait. You can't think about it for another day, another hour, another minute. You have 5 seconds. And if you choose to use them to act boldly, to move toward your vision, you'll look back years from now and realize the rest of your life began in those 5 seconds. Every transformation you've ever dreamed about doesn't start with years of preparation. It begins in a single moment, where you finally decide. That moment is small enough to fit inside 5 seconds, but powerful enough to hold the rest of your life. One choice, one leap, one yes instead of maybe can completely shift your reality. It's in that fraction of time that you move from thinking to doing, from wishing to becoming. Most people underestimate how fast life can change. They think it's a long, drawn-out process. But the truth is, a decision is made instantly. The results may take time to unfold, but the future is decided in that tiny spark of action. Every story of change, from someone starting a new career to someone confessing their love, has the same origin, a moment of boldness that could have been ignored. What makes it powerful is not the length of time, it's the willingness to act. And you have that same power in your hands, right now, in the next 5 seconds. Sometimes all it takes is 5 seconds of courage to undo years of holding back. Courage doesn't mean you aren't afraid, it means you act anyway. That small window is where bravery lies, before fear gets the chance to suffocate it. You don't have to be fearless to take a step forward, you just need to catch the moment before it slips away. 5 seconds can be the difference between staying silent and speaking up, between missing your chance and seizing it. Those seconds are like lightning, they strike fast, and if you grab them, they light up everything around you. Courage is not built by waiting until you're ready. It's built by using those 5 seconds to push yourself into motion. And the beautiful thing is, the more you use them, the stronger you become. Those seconds start to multiply into a new way of living, one where hesitation no longer rules you. Your mind is designed to keep you safe, and that means it will create fear anytime you approach something unfamiliar. But safety and growth are rarely in the same place. In 5 seconds, your brain can flood you with reasons to stop, slow down, or retreat. It tells you don't risk it, stay here where it's comfortable. But comfort zones are just cages with invisible walls. If you can learn to recognize that fear as a sign of expansion rather than danger, you can use it as fuel instead of a barrier. The mind's job is to protect you, but your soul's job is to evolve. And that evolution starts in those fleeting moments before your thoughts pull you back. The next time your heart races and your mind says don't, understand that it's not the truth, it's just a defense mechanism. In those 5 seconds, you have the power to choose growth over comfort, and that choice changes everything. The key to transformation is moving before doubt takes root. Doubt grows in the gap between inspiration and action, and it grows quickly. The longer you wait, the more reasons you'll find to delay, to stall, to quit before you even start. But when you take action immediately within 5 seconds, you cut off doubt's oxygen. You don't give your fears time to make a convincing argument. This is how you break the cycle of "I'll do it later" that keeps most people stuck for years. Those seconds are a bridge between your current self and your future self, and you decide whether to cross it now or never. Every time you act without hesitation, you're teaching yourself that you can be trusted to follow through. That trust builds confidence, and confidence makes action even easier next time. The sooner you move, the sooner you transform, and it all happens in seconds. Momentum is a force that doesn't wait for perfection, it starts with the tiniest motion. That first small action taken in 5 seconds creates a chain reaction. It's like pushing a boulder, the hardest part is getting it to move. Once it starts rolling, it gathers speed and becomes unstoppable. Many people fail because they never get past the start. They plan, they overthink, they analyze, but they never act. Yet the truth is, momentum doesn't come from thinking, it comes from doing. Those 5 seconds where you choose to start are what spark the energy you need to keep going. Even if the first step feels insignificant, it's the beginning of something huge. Every great success began with a single motion, and that motion happened fast. The moment you act, you step into a flow that pulls you forward naturally. And once you're moving, it's much harder to stop than it was to start. The illusion of the perfect moment is one of the biggest traps in life. People wait for the stars to align, for the fear to fade, for conditions to be ideal. But life doesn't work like that. The conditions become perfect after you start, not before. If you wait, you lose the moment. In 5 seconds, a door can open and close forever. The opportunity you think will be there tomorrow might never return. That's why decisive action matters so much. Acting now, even imperfectly, puts you in motion toward your vision. The perfect moment is created by your courage, not by circumstances. In truth, hesitation is the only thing standing between you and the life you want. And you don't need to be flawless, you just need to be fast enough to move before the moment passes. When you make a brave choice in 5 seconds, you set off a ripple that travels far beyond that moment. The people you meet, the skills you gain, the paths that open all come from that one choice. Your future changes because your decisions create new roads to walk on. Sometimes the impact is immediate, other times you only see it years later when you realize how different your life became because of a single action. These ripples grow bigger than you imagine, affecting not only your own life but the lives of people around you. Courage has a way of multiplying. One act of boldness leads to another, and soon, your entire life is built on choices that began in seconds. Hesitation is fear's greatest weapon. The more you pause, the louder fear becomes. Every second you wait, your excuses get stronger and your confidence gets weaker. It's like quicksand, the longer you stand still, the deeper you sink. But when you act instantly, you bypass the trap. Action interrupts fear the way light interrupts darkness. It doesn't negotiate. It simply changes the state of things. And once you've acted, you've proven to yourself that fear has no real power. That proof stays with you, making it easier to act next time. Your life changes when your vision becomes louder than your excuses. You have dreams that are whispering to you every day, but excuses scream louder if you let them. In 5 seconds, you can choose which voice wins. Excuses are comfortable, they justify staying where you are. But vision is alive, it demands movement. When you decide that your dream matters more than your comfort, action becomes automatic. And that decision can happen in an instant. Every time you take quick action, you're rewiring your brain to trust yourself. You're teaching it that when you commit to something, you follow through. This trust builds an inner strength that's unshakable. You stop second-guessing and start moving with certainty. Your mind learns that fear is not a stop sign, It's just a signal that you're about to grow. That lesson becomes your new default, and it's built one 5-second action at a time. The difference between success and regret often comes down to what you do in the first 5 seconds after an idea strikes. Successful people move. Regretful people wait. That's the thin line, the seconds between inspiration and action. If you can shorten that gap, you'll live a life of progress instead of what-ifs. Those seconds may feel small, but they carry the weight of your entire future. At any given moment, you are one decision away from a completely different life. That decision doesn't take hours, it takes seconds. The question is, will you make it? You don't need to know every detail of the journey ahead, you just need to take the first step. Once you do, everything else starts to unfold. And years from now, when you look back, you'll realize the rest of your life began in those 5 seconds you chose to act.